Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. I think many of you are pretty happy with last night, the closing from the Dow Jones. We've said before on Wednesday, those of you who caught me, where I talk about preparation. Don't get caught unprepared, isn't it? I hope that by listening to me, those of you who has been following me would have prepared yourself for either the market boom or the market crash. Because why? Too many people have been talking about how the recession is. If you turn on the computer or you turn on your TV, people are talking about how bad the global is. But remember, economic data are usually 6 to 9 months behind it. And right now, they are talking about slowing inflation, that the Feds might pivot. All right, remember that word. The word is pivot, means they will slow down the interest. But more on that on our breakfast show today. That's right, and we have seen before. And if you not, just catch me again on that video that I've done on live at Facebook, which did talk about how to put you into preparation, as well as another video that talk about where to best put your money for 2023. So let's look at what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show, and definitely we are talking about the Chinese New Year rally. That's right, the pre-Chinese New Year rally, which we've been predicting. Finally it came, and KLCI has broken above the 200-day moving edge, which is usually we call it the GWC, the Great Wall of China, right? So whenever you hit the Great Wall of China, just like how the Mongols break in and invaded China, and there was the fall of it in here. So that Great Wall of China, which actually denotes whether the market is bullish or the market is bearish. So right now the KLCI is stepping above the 200 million, but you have to thank two companies for that. And you might want to know what company is that. These two companies are the rubber glove, Top Glove and Hatta Lega. Top Glove and Hatta Lega fell out from the love of the 30 FBM, and they've been kicked out, replaced by QL, as another one is I can't remember the other company. So two left, which is Hatta and thing. Remember, the Bursa 30 is like a classroom of the A class. I remember when you're in secondary school, all the top class are put into one. If you don't do well, they kick you into the second class or the third class. Sama juga, or in the same way that we do it in the Bursa too. So with those two companies are being moved up, that's why the KLCI can break through the 200 moving, and that's usually why the market seems to be bullish inside. So right now it is moving into what we call a stage 2 markup, and currently, can you find some shares? I hope that those of you who have can use either the SMARTRobie apps, and those of you for today can use the VSA 360 to look for those kind of share. And the success of it is actually trading those stocks set up. And many times again, those who have been following me every Friday, that's right, when we do our VSA 360, we are able to pick up some of those stocks which have about a couple of days movement, about 4-5% in here, and doing that by just watching this time and time again, that will give you the kind of confidence and the high probability trades that we have seen in far. So if you're inexperienced, let us do the hard work for you, the VSA 360, and sign up for our 10-day free trial and learn more if you've not done so in here. All right, then we also like to hear feedback. This is a QR code for the feedback, and we really like to know how we can move ahead and change some of the format that we're talking about. And of course, the VSA 360 is none other than what we have shown you here, okay? And this is one of those stocks that have done pretty well with our intraday alert. Okay, so with our intraday alert, the new visual trading plan, stock alert, and risk to reward ratio. And also last Wednesday, I did debut some of the new features that we're doing for year 2023 in here. So let's get on to our VSA 360 that we have here, and definitely one of those interesting trades that we are talking for is the let me see here. I need to get back to my intraday here. All right, yep, there we are. Is this okay? So let's see what we have this morning in here, the intraday alert. So that's pretty good. Oh, we got GCB turning green Pentagon, right? At 10:11. So you want to check it out too. That's the one, okay? This is This was the, Tune Pro has started to move up, overtake the upthrust. So Tune Pro, I think there was some positive news. So a lot of these things are, sort of, you can review them and you can see a lot of the stocks are moving up. Genin Tech had the upthrust, but EIB looking pretty good. You can see that trend is nice, happen to it, and that's usually the case. Let's look at our dashboard first, all right? And that's what VSA 360 in here to see some of these files that will help you. You got, a lot of good stocks too. This one we don't want. Move sideways don't want. Tune Pro, yes, boleh masuk. Pekat, nice also. Take out the upthrust. A good volume in here, but I'm going to share with you some of the green pentagon. Take out of the upthrust. This is a pullback trade. You can see nice pullback, broke through also. MSC broke through, so 9:25 and 10 o'clock they are in favor in here. Okay, so let's go on to our dashboard in here, just while we are moving that. And if you have any questions that you want me to take a look, feel free to pencil those in there. I'm more than happy to answer them too. Wow, this morning is really taking a long time for the dashboard. Okay, these are the intraday move. We will take a look at it afterwards. This one I can, this is all right. Let's take a look at the market here. Okay, while we are reading this, we're going to be looking at the next thing that we have in mind. Then we'll come back to looking at it here. So the KLCI right now is breaking above the 200-day moving average. That is something very, very significant. And why is this important? I think many of you know breaking above the 200-day moving average, which is what we talk about in the significant that this market can move higher. So you look at the schematic program that we have in here. We have volume coming in, maybe just volume coming in here, and the market started to break up. So it's been moving sideways, and then finally, we didn't know which stage, was this either in stage 1 or stage 2, but finally it did come in and break above the 200 million. And again, I said before, it have to follow the big brother, right? The big brother is the Dow Jones, the US market. So eventually they did that, and that's why the market now is going higher here. Okay. I think, yes, finally it's coming back. Okay. It's taking longer than it is. And okay, let's take a look where we are right now. And then I'm going to come back to here. So you can see from the KLCI, it's up 5 points this morning in here. So with the up 5 points, and that's why you have this market, this market here. So it's up 5 points. It's taking longer and it needed. Let's hold on to this. You can see Emulus has turned green pentagon. Media, okay. AMNO counter media has turned also. And what else can we see also here? This morning the market is very hot. That's why everything is slow. So right, and so you can see the seasonal returns are coming in right now. So we have this list here. Up 0.4% in here. While we're waiting this, let's go on to the next thing that we have. You can see we are look out for red pentagon since we have been. Remember why we say that is because many times the market move follow the so-called the period of the green pentagon, right? So usually it goes for about a month. And if you look back the KLCI later on, when we go to the next chart, you can see this has been, it turned green pentagon actually on somewhere around the 28th, right? And then we have the last 3 days of New Year rally. It continued to hold on, and the market able to do that. So you can see right now, the KLCI is moving higher in here, pushing that that chart in here, and is going to be what we call a third time breakout. So keep in mind, still in stage 2, retesting the double top at 1500 in here, and this is going to be here. But usually when it break above the 1500, then we are likely to see this market retesting and then come back down again. Usually the market will break up and then only come back down for that matter. Okay. So you can see the VSA market indicator in here looking from the plug-in, breaking for 200 MA for the third time is significant. So keep in mind, now we just touched below the 200-day just touch below, right? We touched below, and then finally we broke through in here right now, as we said in, and to me that's very significant. So that is why we have to pay lots of attention to this market in here, and I do hope that you have already selected some stocks ready to go in, and you just don't want to wait until when the market go higher and then you start to buy. I think that's one of the most mistakes that most beginners do. So you need to know the kind of stocks that we have, and that's why the VSA 360 package can definitely help you on that manner, right? Okay, so this is why the market is breaking out, and also we get this nice railway track which is actually moving up. Okay, so let's take a look at what else we have here, and you can also see the KLCI uptrend has broken from moving from a sideways market to a stage 2. Okay, we used to be a stage 1, now it's moving a sideways market going to a stage 2, and that's why we are looking at here. All right, so it's an uptrend stage 2, but the question is, can we find some intraday trade? And that's what we want to do, right? Finding in stage 3 PRC with good distribution in here, you can still find it, and then market break above. Now remember last week when we have the KLCI was still hovering just below the 200 moving average, then we scanned it through it on the 6th of January. We did pick up some of these stocks. I think I'm going to definitely showing you right now here, and you can see this was from the 6th of January. Again, we want to pick those around the 47 cent, which is hot sector. We have classic scenic, all right, and we got big. Okay, the other one, red pentagon, we ignore this one, 35 cents. Later I'm going to show you that because it has the kind of patterns that doesn't satisfy it, so we don't trade it. Digistar was less than 10 cents, so it's definitely a no. All right, so 2 stocks. So from here onwards, you can definitely look at, you can see classic scenic, pick it up at 116 at 936 in here. Notice the market stages is above 0, and then the market hit 122, which is actually on 3 days later. 3 days later at 5.1%, giving it a possible, right? A possible, not necessarily you will make it, 510 ringgit from a $10,000 trade, right? $10,000 just for 5% in here. And then the second one is big, right? Spotted at 75.5 cents, also at 936, and then it hit 81 cents. Okay, 81 cents, and then start to turn. So sometimes it's also important why we need to, especially if you're trading the so-called intraday trade like we have here, a 7.2%, give me a 720 ringgit from a $10,000 trade in here simply by buying on the green pentagon. So that's only 2, that's all we have, and I'm going to show you the next one for today. Is the Pentagon Guider stock idea is right now we are riding on the pre-rally, pre-Chinese New Year rally. So especially as I said before, we are still pretty much in the so-called bear market in here. This rally may be very short. Again, all depends on what the US FOMC will be talking about in here. So holding short-term heavy, and after all, the VSA 360 are designed for you to catch fishes every day with a short profit target. So that way you're more efficient and reeling in here. So let's take a look at the VSA 360 in here with the target price tools that we are using. We have two. We have front can, and which turned green pentagon at 916 and 936. Of course, next Friday we'll come back and look at this one again in here. All right, 936 and 916. So let's see where we have this morning on this market here. All right, so before that, let's go through this. We got the logistic, and we have energy turning green pentagon in here, and we did have a little bit of selling in here. All right, the foreign funds are selling less in the sense it's selling less. That's why this market in here, everything looks green. That's pretty good. Let's also look at the sector in here. Okay, you can see lots of them turning green, right? Last week we noticed we got 50% green pentagon, 50% red pentagon. So definitely eventually I think everything will turn green pentagon in here. Nice one in here. So that's the manner what we all said had already been informed early. So the KLCI right now, I think today will start to turn positive, and that's a very good thing in here. All right, so let's very quickly go through what we have, and we'll move on to we can look at some individual charts in here. So what we want to do just now, we had the front can. Okay, front can here. So front can, you can see here, right, we have up 2.72%, and that's a nice breakout line change here that you can see, right? So this is a nice follow through in here. Okay, continuing from where the green pentagon is, and the next one was let's get onto my slide here. Is UWC. All right, UWC. All right, and okay, we can go on to the VSA 360 in here. UWC. All right, and that one also just turned green pentagon. Nice one, you can see there, right? So those two, you can see whether it can go up to 450 for that one. So pick it up this morning in here. We will come back and look at them next Friday, see how well they have performed on that manner. Okay. All right, so again, we are coming to the final side. If any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in. I'm happy to look at them in here. Right, thank you for your support so far. Right, and of course Nora being one of our great supporter in here every morning that we have. And okay, so of course our focus has always been the members, the 100 session in here. They're also trying out some of the new features of VSA 360, including some we talked about last week, which is the insider buying and selling. Right, insider buying and selling, which does give you a significant edge by looking whether some of the insider, like director, CEO, where they have to through the disclosure requirement of Company Act 2016 to disclose that, and we're able to pick up some of those stocks to see whether they are buying and follow those smart money in here. Okay, so if you want to get a free 10-day trial, this is the QR code, scan it in there and schedule for a free 10-day trial worth 266 in here. All right. So thank you again, and have a good weekend in here. I'll definitely be doing a lot of spring cleaning preparation for the Chinese New Year, which is actually next week. By the way, next Wednesday we won't be doing our live Abby. We're taking a break, 2 weeks break, and 1 more week is after the Chinese New Year. And then probably we'll be back by then in here. A great review in here for all our members. Thank you again. And if you have any stocks you want me to look at, feel free to have it. But there is a lot of good stocks moving. So check out the SMARTRobie. Yes, SMARTRobie yesterday was out of action. There were some issues that we have on the back end, but we are sorted out. So this morning should be fine. And we'd like to hear your feedback again. So thank you again. Don't forget to share our YouTube link to all your friends so you can catch some of the latest update that we have in the market, and also stock education through our Telegram channel in here. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.